wrestling fan? This is DJ Magic J with the Hip Hop Original SKANDOUZ and the Honorable Mega Power, Mr. Sire. And we are going to be talking about the two craziest WrestleManias for Saturday, Sunday. It was so incredible. We had some ups, some downs. We had some people upset. We had Cody Crybabies. You had Cody Crybabies happy. You had Judgment Day, do their thing. You had title losses, title wins. SKANDOUZ. Go for it.
So basically, this is deemed the start of the Triple H era in the WWE. So all of these guys in the press leading up to WrestleMania 40 have been promising amazing things that's going to be happening in the future of the company. So we got the first taste of a full Triple H WrestleMania. And obviously, after they sang the national anthems, the man himself came out to let the people know this is what's going on for night one. So the first match we had was for the women's title, which was Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch, which Rhea Ripley won. What are our thoughts on this match, starting with Magic J?
Oh, come on, man. The mommy always on top. And she even tweeted it as well. Yeah, saying mommy always on top. You get me? So come on, man. I loved it. I loved it. You know what? It was a good match. I think Becky Lynch should have done more. She done what she had to do, but now that she's lost this match and she's lost the opportunity for a title, I just want to know what is next for Becky Lynch. You know what I'm saying? Because she's an incredible star. She's come from being an Irish little girl to training, coming through even with Finn Balor, coming to America, and look what she's accomplished already. So, to me, it would have been nice for her to win, but at the same time, the mommy won, and that's it. So we had to have to move on and see what happens on Monday Night Raw.
All right, Si, what you say, man?
Cool. Did we do? Are we also keeping score predictions, right? Who did?
Jeez, I don't know how we can't. We're not that accurate, bro.
I'm pretty certain I picked, so I can go.
I think I lost majority of them anyway. So I know I won. I got one for Rhea, and I think I may have lost the rest. Or probably.
Cool. If we remember, we remember. If we don't,
I will remember. Go ahead.
Cool. Rhea, you picked. I picked Rhea. I think you picked Rhea. So we're all square one on that one. Yeah. Opening match was a great opening match. Great way to kick off WrestleMania. I love how many people have put over Paul Levesque, and it was nice for him to come out and just receive the roses and establish the new era. And Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley, you know what I mean? It personifies what Triple H has really done for women's wrestling. To kick off his first WrestleMania with two of the most iconic women wrestlers that exist on the planet, and to put on a fucking amazing opening match where the right result happened, was great to watch. In-ring work was fantastic. I felt like I was watching a fight, and the final five rush to get to the ultimate winner was interesting and kept you on the edge of your seat. So all in all, good match.
Yeah, man, solid match, bro. Obviously, Becky was supposedly actually really ill that day, with 105 fever or something. That's what they were saying. So she gutted it out, but it's Rhea's time, man. Clearly, So I imagine Becky's gonna be taking some time off. So the right person won, man. And so we'll jump into the next match, which is for the the Undisputed Tag Team Championships, featuring Awesome Truth, New Catch Republic, Waller and Grayson Waller and someone help me out here. What's his name?
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory.
Yeah,
A-Town Down and New Day and obviously Judgment Day. It was
DIY as well, unless you said DIY.
Yeah, and DIY coming out as DX.
Oh yeah, DIY. Yeah.
I'll kick this one off, man. I thought this was a solid tag team turmoil. It's the usual type of thing, man. It was a bit messy because there's like 12 people in it. You know, there's a bit like spot fest and all of that stuff. But to me, I don't know if I know Awesome Truth was definitely one of my predictions, but in terms of I think I had New Catch Republic. But you know, I'm not mad at A-Town Down Under for getting the titles as well. You know, well deserved, and I thought it was a solid match, man. What are you saying, Si?
Yeah, I think on night one, this is my third favorite match. I fucking love this match. I don't know if I was just because I was a bit drunk or a bit stoned, and I was just like, wow. But like it wasn't just like absolute chaos and carnage. It was well orchestrated, great timed chaos and carnage for certain moments, for big pops, and like tying up storylines and giving people a moment to shine. Like Tyler Bate had a fantastic moment to show off his strength. Austin Theory and what's the other guy's name?
Grayson Waller.
Yeah, Grayson Waller.
You're
Great
saying,
heel work to get the first belts. Like it was like, but it makes sense. You know what I mean? Good decision. And then that's a WrestleMania moment. I hate using that word, but Awesome Truth has given a lot to the company, and for him to take down the belts and reap the rewards of all the comedic, fantastic work that he's been doing, the entertainment and engagement, making the Judgment Day more interesting, the second or arguably the top 5 factions in wrestling today. Like, yeah, man. And I love the absolute hardcoreism of that fucking match as well. So for me, top 3 of the night.
All right, Magic J.
you know, honestly, yeah, right. It was an awesome match. Like I was so shocked of the title changes, but I knew something was gonna happen because obviously I picked Judgment, and I think I also picked I think New Catch Republic. I can't even remember, but at the same time, you know, things have to change, and obviously we're living in a Triple H new era now. So obviously, when it comes to it, and as what Sai said about Miz and R-Truth, like they've done so much for WWE since they've come to the company, even from when Miz was in the developmental, coming up, through that, and R-Truth came from, WCW, TNA, coming through that. He's a legend anyway. He is a legend. So, and to bring that side to things with Dermot and Grayson Waller and Mr. A-Town Down, it brings something different because those two tag teams are very comedic, jokey, and they bring fun and entertainment to the EO of WWE. You know what I mean? So I'll give it to them. Gavin, I did want Judgment Day to retain the titles, but I said they should retain one of the titles and the other should retain another one. But it is what it is.
Okay. All right, cool. So let's move on to sorry, go
Quick
on.
thing, SKANDOUZ. I remember who picked 2. SKANDOUZ got 1 point because he chose the Awesome Truth. So at this very moment, it's 2-1 SKANDOUZ.
Okay.
Everyone else is wrong. Go ahead. Sorry.
Let's go on to the next one, man. It's for me, this was a nice showcase for Lucha Libre. We had Mysterio and Andrade versus Dominic Mysterio and the leader of the Legado del Fantasma. Oh God, what's the name again?
Oh no, fucking hell, Phantasmo.
No, that's the name of the group. Ah, yeah, that's it, Escobar. Yeah, man.
Well,
Go on, Jay.
that was a great match. I'm not gonna lie, that was a good match. It's all right. It was not the best, but it was a good match. And for what, to me, I'm gonna keep it 100. Yeah, and I even said it on, even when I was recording on the day. Dominic and the man, they never cheated. Simple. They never cheated, but his daddy, the wasteman, yeah, he flipping got 2 of the Philadelphia Eagles NFL team players to come out and do their dirty work for them. So to me, I ain't playing that shit, man. Like, to me, like, you know, to me, Dom and them and they done well, but it took extra people to help out.
All right, cool. What are you saying, Si?
I mean, yeah, I think I had that discussion with either you or my brother last night. So Ray's a fucking heel. Do you know what I mean? He's a heel.
He's a happy heel.
He is like the centerpiece of LWO. They haven't really progressed. Everyone who's been around him, Dom, Escobar, soon to be Carlito, have turned on him. Do you know what I mean? Because they're tired of his shit. Dom's right. Waste man dad. But fantastic. I actually love the luchador sort of like pageantry of the entrance and what it meant to like for lucha wrestling for all of these teams, regardless of all the shit storytelling, because it really has been shit. The characters aren't shit. The storyline's been really mind-numbingly repetitive. But you know, just like luchador having that moment in WrestleMania felt like a big thing, which was really cool. In-ring was fantastic. It was exactly what it needed to be. There were a couple of spots which I can't remember, which I got to start writing notes when I'm actually watching these things, but which were fantastic and like once in a lifetime seen in Mania. But the finish was weak. But it's WrestleMania, you're gonna get that fucking weird, cheesy, like big up the fuck that.
Yeah, I don't think it was very well thought out because the audience for WrestleMania is mainly international people anyway, so they ain't gonna have a clue who the players are for the local football team. So I don't think that was a smart move. But in terms of the storytelling, man, I think it's intentionally cringy because it's supposed to play out like a telenovela, like that's their soap operas. So they're very like a bit over the top and stuff like that. But I like the little throwback with Ray pulling the belt out to go and beat his son for a second year in a row.
I was say, whoop that trick.
So hopefully next year they'll have their third time and Dominic will finally get the win over his dad and retire him. So we'll see, man. But speaking of family, up next we had the twins, Yeet versus No Yeet, Jimmy versus Jay, the Usos going back and forth, man. I'm gonna let you kick this one off since you was Mr. No Yeet yesterday, Sire.
No.
What did you think of this match?
You got to put a picture of me just there, like my head as Jimmy Uso. I'll have to do that. First of all, no one got a point in the last match, so he's still on 2-1. This match, we all chose Jay, so we all got a point. But that opening trailer, that opening promo, that opening thing, build up for the match, almost made up for the lack of storytelling. It was like, all right, I'm here. That was good. That was an AEW thing. Like they set the table for just the pay-per-view. Fine. I'll forget in disbelief for the occasion and the moment. And I didn't think there was too much wrong with the match. I've seen it horribly like destroyed all over social media, but I've seen clips of it, watching it like as if I was sitting in my living room. It is a very quiet, awkward, silent match. And it was a difference being in a pub with 300 fans. Like you can hear everyone speaking, drinking beer. You can barely hear the audio of the commentator. So we're feeding off different sort of energy while we're watching the match. So for me, I think it was a different experience, but I can understand what people are saying. Also, that being said, they needed, and I don't know if it's a limitation to their moveset. I think that's an unfair statement, them being one of the best tag team champions in the world ever. But I would have appreciated maybe 10 minutes or 8 minutes of just a bit more sequence, suplex, grapple, throws, neck breakers, just a bit more viciousness and like kickouts or something like that. Maybe using some of their dad's moves, which I think they did sometimes, or other like Samoan Dynasty moves from the bloodline. That's what I would have probably wanted to end it. The super kick, I'm not too fussed about. I think that's people are like, oh, they've murdered the super kick. The super kick has been murdered. Yeah, there's not one person in this day and age that can get away with using a super kick as a finisher. Who has it? Oh wait, no one. right? So we can just believe Shawn Michaels has got like the golden lightning bolt leg off a super kick, and everyone else has just got super kick babies, and accept that, because actually I enjoyed the super kick back and forth. I thought that was a bit different, and that's their special move.
Right.
That's what I thought. Sorry. Boom.
Okay. Cool. Magic J.
Do you know what? They should have had some more fucking energy. I thought they was gonna go out there all guns blazing. Obviously, my man came out of the ring, jumped on him, but I thought I would have saw tables, ladders, chairs, glass breaking. I thought I would have saw some fuckery. Like, only real entertainment I saw, yeah, was little Tucci, little Wayne coming out and entertaining the crowd. To me, it was kind of boring, like, because it's just the same mediocre moves what they would do as a tag team or singles, but dumbed down. They should have been showing the world that, yo, we're twins and we could sort of do the same type of moves. Just like, for example, um, you know, Shawn Michaels or someone fighting, and they'll probably drop on the floor, and then they'll do a backflip, jumping back up, or they get they're looking at each other like, oh yeah. Remember, we trained together before. You get what I'm saying? Type of thing. There was nothing what would have wowed me, but the best man won. Gavin Little Wayne done the entertainment, and that was it for me.
All right, cool, man. Let's move on to the next match. It was literally Damage Control versus Destiny's Child. It was the Queens came through, obviously Magic
The baddies, man. The baddies of WWE, man.
baddies. Yes, Jade and her baddies 2.0. Yeah, what did you think of this match, Jade?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You know what? It was very entertaining. I love both factions, gathering Jade Cargill and Naomi and Bianca. They're not a faction, but they're moving like they've been together for time. And even when after the show, when they were sitting down talking, there was Bianca was highlighting that she respects Naomi and vice versa for a thing. But the match was very good. I would have liked to see more in the match, but at the same time, they had their own timings, and WWE had their own timing. So I know that Triple H said to them, "Look, go out there, do your thing." But I think there could have been more to it. But on both sides, it was great. But obviously, this was set up for Jade to win anyway. So to give her that little boost. So when SmackDown comes this week, she can come up and go, yeah, look, and bring Bianca and Naomi and say, look what we've done, type of thing. So it's really only set up for her to say, look, she had her first match in WrestleMania as a tag duo type of thing instead of a singles match. So that will lead her up to SummerSlam this year.
All right, cool. What are you saying, Si?
Yeah, man. No disrespect to the ladies at all. Of course not. But that was my smoke break match. As you can understand, out of the 6, that's probably what the smoke break match would be, because there was not real stakes on that match. I mean, I guess there is a storyline where, there is another grievance against Damage Control, and they factioned up, and this time we're going to beat them. Who won at War Games? Did Damage Control win at War Games? No.
No, probably not.
Yeah, Bailey took the pin. And that was the deterioration of whatever the storyline was being built for. I'm not that interested in Damage Control versus them 3. It was what it needed to be when I came in. Great energy. They got great movesets, great chemistry, hard workers. But the storyline is just lost a bit thin for me. Jade Cargill, I suspected, would get the winning tag to come in and pin. She looks like £1,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 and extremely captivating on the scene, on the screen, highly charismatic. I can't see me not looking forward to a match with Jade Cargill in a singles competition, but that's as far as it goes for me.
Yeah, this is definitely like the WrestleMania showcase type match, designed to get Jade Cargill over, and it done its job, man. We got the big entrances, obviously a female performer as big as Bianca Belair obviously should probably be in a singles match, but for this year she's probably taking the taking a six woman tag just to be on the like similar to Bobby Lashley, just to be on the card, man. So but overall, great performance, great showcase for the women. And moving on, we get the Intercontinental title match. Gunther, who was celebrating 666 days as the Intercontinental Champion, returning the prestige to the belt, put it on the line against Sami Zayn. Sai, do you want to kick this one off? What did you think about this match?
Yeah, I think this was my second favorite match of the night. And probably like, yeah, probably my third favorite. Well, yeah, it's probably my third favorite over the entire Mania. Look, Sammy's a genius. Sammy should have written, if Sammy booked the Jimmy and Jay story in ring work to tell the story and passion, Sammy can make anything out of nothing. Do you know what I mean? He can literally make anything out of nothing quickly. He can get called to and just be like, what can you do in 3 weeks with this? What can you do in 2 months with that? And he'll deliver. What can he do on the night with not much of a build? Quick rush work with Gable and him getting coached, and it's over huge mountain of a 666 day intercontinental championship reign. Didn't pronounce that properly. From Gunther, right? To overcome that, I wanted it to be the world champion. I picked Gunther, but wanted Sammy to win. And after that performance of however much brutality he took at the right amount of pace, so it wasn't overly booked, till he finally got up and caught Gunther at his biggest ego, biggest taunting moment, to punish him for that, to humble Gunther like that, was fucking beautiful to see. And the way, the way Sammy just teared up and cried and held that title and kissed his wife, it doesn't make up for the amount of pop he would have got from Elimination Chamber, but it will fucking do. It will satisfy me. We have to remember he was only 2 years ago in a match with Johnny Knoxville. So, boom, big up, Sammy.
For real, for real. What you saying, Magic J?
You know what? I picked Gunther to win, but you know what? For the last 2 days now, I've been seeing Sami Zayn and Sami Zayn speaking. One thing I must say to Sami Zayn is Alhamdulillah Allah, to him, God praise to you. You get what I'm saying? Because you're a Muslim brother. You done over the devil, because it's 666, that's devil. I don't promote that. So I have to respect Sami Zayn now, because he done it on the 666th day. I wanted Gunther to win, yes, just to take the piss out of the whole division. But you know what? Like, I see after what this really meant for Sami Zayn, and it did touch me. You get what I'm saying? And even yesterday, I was watching on his page or whatnot that he was talking, in his language and stuff like that. So you know what? Big up to Sammy, man. He deserves it. Fuck it, he deserves it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's getting to the point that Gunther was running out of opponents, I guess it's inconsequential just by coincidence, the number of days that he held that belt. But it was time for him to lose it, because he needs to level up now. So in this new Triple H regime, we're going to see what's the next level for Gunther. Is he going to be the top heel on the Raw brand? Maybe we might see that tonight. But overall, man, solid match.
Let's not forget that Sammy bit with Kevin in the entrance, because that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the shit that got me on, like, okay, let's fucking go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think some people that are moaning that it wasn't Gable. Nah, man, as good as Gable is, bro, he doesn't know how to garner sympathy like Sami Zayn does. Sami Zayn is a master of his craft, man, and he definitely needs his flowers. So, definitely big up Sami Zayn as a brand new Intercontinental Champion. As we get to the main event, we've got 8 minutes to go through it. So let's talk about it. It's obviously Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes versus The Rock and Roman Reigns. Magic J, what are your thoughts on this colossal main event?
It was a good match, man. It was a good match. The man, they done what they had to do. I was surprised what happened in between the match. Kudos to Cody. He jumped out a whole handful of times. Things happened, but yeah, you know what? There's nothing I can say about the match. The match was a good match, man. Like, you know, there's nothing else I could say what could have more happened more in the match. But to me, I know Sai probably got a lot of shit to say about it. So I'll pass the baton to Sai because I know he's gonna chat some fuckery about the match because I know he's got something to say. I know you.
All right.
There you go.
Well, yeah, I'm on a podcast, innit? What? Cool. Shall I go? SKANDOUZ?
Do your
Yes,
thing.
sir.
And my thing. This year, controversial is how I feel now. And it could have been my over expectancy and my dependence of seeing Stone Cold come back, which disappointed me, which I felt disappointed, even though it was a fantastic Sunday night main event. This was my favorite match of WrestleMania 40. This was almost booked to perfection. Everything I could have imagined to go right and to happen, happened. Everything I needed from it. I needed Seth and Cody to team up against The Rock and make him look like a bitch and pay for all of those months of torment. I needed that moment. I needed him to go through a table. I needed Rock to tell Roman, I'm getting the fucking pin. I'm the final boss. I needed Roman lose control. I needed Seth to get revenge. I needed all of 45 minutes to really put them into the back foot of a bloodline ruled second night. Like, and it delivered. It was probably my favorite entrance. Seeing The Rock come out of WrestleMania. That was probably my favorite ever entrance I've ever seen.
Like Transformers or some computer game or some sort of site, bro. The way he moved.
And I saw The Undertaker come out at WrestleMania 33. And that was an amazing feeling. But that was still a fantastic production. It was exactly what it needed to be to set the table for what that man is, which is fucking Thanos at the moment.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, everything I got to say about that match is positive. I maybe wanted some, maybe it was right that there shouldn't have been actual tears cried from Mama Rhodes's face onto the belt with him holding it bloody. Maybe it didn't need to be a bloody match, and I think it's all right. I think it was fantastic. So that's my review.
Yeah, man. Just to piggyback off what you guys are saying, man, Rock at his age, I don't know, what is he, 50 something years old now, man. He was moving like he'd not had any ring rust whatsoever, even though it'd been over 11 years since he'd last been in a wrestling ring. So, you know, it's just, and he's in the main event of a pay-per-view. And there wasn't a single botch. Like, it was smooth as hell, man. You know, even up until the people's elbow, like, bro, salute The Rock, bro. That guy is a legend. Like you said, man, the entrance was a legendary. The match it started a bit slow, but I think that's just Roman's style of match, you know? And then it just picks up in the second half, man. But to be fair, it kind of breezed through because I didn't even realize it was like the second longest main event in WrestleMania history. You know, which is crazy. And the longest was an Iron Man match for an hour. So that just goes to show you, innit? But
The Rock, yeah, is when he told the referee, yeah, don't count out or I'll fire you.
No, he said, you know who I am? I don't fuck around. And that fucking shit.
The final boss.
A huge pop where we were.
Yeah.
Everyone just started screaming where we were. Like, it was, yeah, you know, watching it in a pub with 300 people, even though wrestling fans annoy me sometimes, was fucking beautiful, man. That night two, and even night one and night two, I'm very glad I watched it with a lot of people just reacting to what we were seeing and hearing Raw as if we were in a fucking arena without freezing our balls off. You know what I mean?
You got to hooked on wrestling and wrestle talk for that, man.
Yeah. So
you were in the middle of your review.
No, so I'm just gonna wrap up. That was night one of WrestleMania 40, and we will be back with our review of night two of WrestleMania 40. So until then, deuces.
Peace.
Mega powers, yeah.